For one Sunday each summer, the quiet surroundings of Stokes Bay welcome an unusual gathering. From lovingly restored classics to buses many people still remember from everyday service. Vehicles from different generations arrive to celebrate Britain's rich transport heritage.
Well, it's an annual event that we hold. This Provincial Society's been hosting it since 2003. It's become a great tradition in the local area, brings in local people and people from further afield to enjoy the transport and all the stalls that we have here each year. I think we're expecting almost 60 this year, which is a pretty good turnout. Buses coming from all over the south of England and perhaps even further afield. But given the age of some of these vehicles, they don't tend to travel particularly far, so most of them tend to be from the local area. It just brings the local community together. Everybody in their lives has had an association with public transport, and so yeah, a lot of people feel nostalgic for the old buses that we have on display here. So yeah, I think it's a great way to celebrate what public transport does for us and the memories it brings back.
Behind every bus is a story, not only of engineering, but of the people who have preserved them and the memories they continue to inspire. As the morning unfolds, visitors explore buses spanning several decades, meet their owners and discover how much dedication goes into keeping these vehicles on the road.
I'm Bob Jackson.
Bob Jackson, and you are?
I'm the treasurer of the Provincial Society and previously part owner of this. And Tim and I still we're the only two actually working on it now, I believe.
Look after
keeping
it.
Keep it running. And it was originally delivered to Gosport Films Omnibus Company in 1943, fitted with a wartime body which was very poor quality, called utility body, which a lot of companies had during the war. There were restrictions on what you could buy and what you could spend. And that didn't last particularly long, did it?
7 years. Yeah. And isn't that when the COF came?
Probably when the COF ran a certificate of original fitness.
They do a sort of check of the bus to see if it's fit for service. Obviously failed the COF, and so they stowed it away.
The chassis.
Yeah, they never threw anything away, the firm. And so it was stored away for 3 years. And it went over to Portsmouth, to Readings, near the Coach and Horses roundabout. We're actually on that roundabout, I think, the firm was, wasn't it? And they rebuilt this body in 1953, and it was rebodied as a sort of a semi-coach.
It was originally allocated to the Provincial Traction Company, because they had two companies, Gosport Films Omnibus and Provincial Traction. And I believe during the war, the Provincial Traction had a lot of Ministry of Defence contracts. So those vehicles weren't requisitioned by the government, whereas some of the Gosport Films ones were. So they put that under Provincial Traction and hoped that they would be able to hang on to it. But they used it for private hire work as well as service work.
Yes, it's got quite fancy bits and pieces inside. Nice fancy jelly mould lights and high back seats, sort of semi-coach seats. It's even got a heater, and that was unknown in those days. Yeah. And of course the platform doors. There's lots of little things about it which is different, just a bit more luxurious. But it's the same old slow engine, and so do about 35 miles an hour if you're lucky on a good day.
For many owners, preserving a bus is much more than restoring machinery. It's about protecting a small piece of local and national history for future generations to enjoy. As visitors take their seats and another bus heads out, it offers more than just a ride. For many, it's a chance to relive familiar journeys and revisit memories that might otherwise have been forgotten. Stokes Bay Bus Rally is a reminder that transport is about much more than simply getting from one place to another. It connects communities, preserves history and keeps alive the stories of generations who travelled before us.